Hey everybody, thank you so much for joining me today. I am so grateful every time you tune in and just have a little time to spend with me. And today we are going to do what is the best foundation in my opinion. But before that, click subscribe, ring the bell, send love to everyone you know, and share this. Because you know what? I want to be friends with you. I want to be friends with your friends. I want to hang out with everybody. And the only way we can do that is when we grow and we share and we like and blah, blah, blah. So
let's do that.
But let's just get right into it. I have been purchasing, you can thank my husband for this, lots of different foundations, and go all the way over into the more, expensive foundations. I stopped at I stopped at like $35. We're in between $10 to like $35. So that's gonna be kind of our price range. For me, I felt like I wanted to really kind of challenge myself, challenge makeup, and find something that would work, to find something that works well with my skin. I have dry skin now, but I used to have super oily skin, so
hello, reality check. Apparently your skin can change textures and all different things as you grow up.
Okay, that's all I'm gonna say about that. But I have finally landed on my favorite I'll just say my favorite three foundations that I'm going to be using on a daily basis. Now, the foundations I'm going to show you today, some of them have SPF in them, some of them don't. A lot of them are fair to medium coverage, and then I have 2 full coverage. I'm not a full coverage girl just because they weigh very heavy on my skin and they tend to like get into the wrinkles, and for me personally, my skin doesn't need full coverage. But paired with the proper powder, say that 3 times, paired with the proper powder, I have been able to find something that complements my skin, which I'm wearing today, as you can see, and I have been wearing it for hours now. Now ignore the glitter. This was from a former video. I filmed quite a few videos in one day, okay? But I want to just keep the fun going, right? So I'm in love with this, and you're gonna be shocked at the one that I picked because it's not gonna be anything that you would think would be my first choice. So we're gonna start from expensive to the cheapest. All right, so let's begin this party of foundation. Most expensive foundation, and the first one we're going to be doing, and I'm going to be talking about, is the Clinique. Let's get this even better foundation. This is a SPF, broad spectrum, evens and corrects, and I would call this a light to medium coverage, but honestly, this was bordering more on a medium to full coverage, but not full coverage, if that makes sense. Like, if you had a scale between medium and full, it would be between there because it is a bit thicker. The weight, and also the tip of it is kind of like this, so you have to like pour it on your skin, which wasn't a big deal for me. I do like it. I just find that for me it just sits a little heavy. But I mean, for $31, it didn't even correct my skin. I mean, it did well. It didn't do bad, and being that it had SPF in it, it made it a little bit thicker. I kept trying it because I wanted to like it because it's Clinique and I use Clinique.
So I was like, Clinique, let's make a pair. Let's just, keep it going.
But this one for me, I would probably rate, honestly, like a 3.5 because of the price. If it was cheaper, I would probably give it a 4-star. But because of the price, I just feel like it could have done so much more, and it should be floating instead of just like caking. I felt like it caked. Moving on. This one that I would say would be full coverage and was the second most expensive, $18, not that expensive, is by Morphe, and it is the Filter Effect foundation. Now, I got this for filming, so I was like, I would like to have you know, maybe a full coverage. This is actually a medium to full coverage. So again, this is just like this one. These two are medium to full coverage. I have one CC cream that I'll talk about today. But yeah, so this has a pump. It's been nice. If you're going to use this, they tell
you need to buy the system. There's always a system, right?
And the system is this brush, as you can see. I got one for free. And then their special sponge, and they do have a special sponge. Like the sponge, I don't have it on me right now, but it has like these little hairs on it. So did it filter my face? Did it make me look completely perfect and take away all my imperfections? No, because no makeup's gonna do that. Did it do its job for $18? I mean, I would say that this would be my most full coverage one that I would personally wear. It wore well. I definitely would give this one like a 4-star, because I do know that there would be a lot of people out there that would like this finish and this tone. It does give you a little bit of a dewy complexion, but also not too much.
I'm just reading it. You know, it says hyaluronic acid, vitamin E, glycerin. It's a long-wearing, oil-free, natural finish foundation that hydrates and blurs imperfections for the ultimate soft focus look.
For me, it just felt a little cakey, but again, that could be my skin texture. I did get the dry to oily one, or I'm sorry, I did get the one for dry skin, I think. Edit that out. So maybe it's just my skin. Maybe this would be really good on oily skin. I don't know. Moving on though, the Morphe, I want to keep it into just the Morphe. This is their SPF 30 Glow Stunner Hydrating Tinted Moisturizer. Now this is a tinted moisturizer, but y'all, this like has, I was reading it, sheer buildable coverage. This actually has really good coverage, but this is good, and it actually like gives you something. Like here, just let me show you. And honestly, I've used, oops, my nail just got stuck in my sweater. I've honestly like used this a lot. So I'm gonna put it over my tattoo so you can kind of see. But like for me, like look at that, and that's just a little tiny bit right here. So, and my tattoo is dark. So for me, I don't know, I've really, really liked this one, and this was actually my go-to until I found
the ultimate, which we'll get to.
I love this. I love that it has a sunscreen in it of 30, so this is something that I would definitely wear over anything else if I was gonna go out and be in the sun, because then I know I have protection on my face. So I definitely give, I don't even know if I rated this, but I would give this like a 4.5 star. Can't give it a 5, but I would give it a 4.5 star for the way it wears. So we have the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream. This has SPF 30 and it is full coverage in Fair 140W. It works really well. It is very, 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 very full coverage. So this is like if you have a lot of things you need to cover. If you want a lot of coverage on your skin and you want a lot and maybe you have areas in your skin that you want to correct, this is great, but it is very thick. Very thick. So to wear it on my entire face, it makes me feel like I couldn't, and I did, and it was really thick. It's hard for me because I like light to medium coverage. I'm gonna give this a 4 star because I know there's people out there for the price point, for the coverage, for what it did. It's actually worth trying. Like if you need a CC cream, if you need a correcting cream.
Now this is one I wanted to work so bad.
I wanted it to work so bad that I've tried it with like every powder. I've tried it with everything that I had to make this work.
By the way, wearing some really cute earrings. Go to our Etsy shop. We have just like these candy earrings. We have fall earrings coming in. It's just something fun we're doing.
I wanted this to work so badly. I like this company. I don't have it. I love this company's face spray because it smells like cupcakes.
And I was like, give me a foundation that's going to work and let me love it. Let me love it.
Well, no. Revolution makeup, which I actually use their palettes and stuff, and you've seen that. And actually on my eyes, the glitter on my eyelids and stuff is Revolution makeup. So I was like, yeah, and it's Conceal and Hydrate Radiance Foundation with hyaluronic with some acid in it. Medium to full coverage. So this is a medium to full coverage, but honestly, it's light coverage. Like it's when they say full, like they're really bordering on saying it's a full. It has the squirt and it just is very watery, and I have some water-based products that I really like. Feels like it's just watery and it just doesn't mix well, and you look very wet. So if you want to look very wet, if you want to look like you just have water on your face with your powder, you might like this. But I would definitely just give this 2 stars. I gave it a try and it's still just, it can't pass the test. The next one that I didn't like but people like was the Fit Me matte and poreless. So I don't like matte, and that's probably part of the reason. I got normal to oily, but it was just very watery. Okay, so it doesn't say if it's full coverage, but this is full coverage, and it says it's matte and poreless. So listen.
I'll do matte because I can make myself dewy if you're gonna make me look poreless, because I have large pores. Did it do the job? No, it did not.
It didn't do the job for me. So like, why am I even gonna bother? I'm not even gonna rant about it. We're gonna move forward.
Okay. Y'all are gonna be so surprised. So my so I would say we're going top favorites now, which it's funny because we're actually going down in price. So, you know, one of my top favorites, the tinted moisturizer. The next one was actually my go-to for a really long time, but I really like it still, and I will wear it here and there because I really like the beige. But it's the e.l.f. and it's Flawless Satin Foundation, oil-free, medium coverage. And so it does have a satin finish, so it does give you that look of you know, dewiness, but not too dewy. Has medium coverage, so definitely covers everything. This one just tended to get cakey again in the daytime, and it
tended to just get creasy, and in my little creases that you don't know exist, and I don't know exist, but it called it out. It called out those creases, and I was like, hello. But
at the same time, it didn't call it out like some of these other ones that I showed you. So this definitely is in my top 4. I would give this a 4-star because I do know a lot of people that would love this price point of $7, or it's $9. Down to my 2 faves that I am like, these 2 I'm really into. Like I'm really into them. Neither one of them, of course, have any SPF in them. So that's why I'm going to continue to keep this on board, because, you know, you need some SPF, especially if you're going to be in this. I live in Arizona, so sunny out, okay? Sun. Clouds don't come around a lot. Morphe has come out with a new foundation, and this is called Hint Skin. And this is called Hint Skin Tint. And it's kind of a cross between a tinted moisturizer and a foundation, which is really cool, and it's water-based. And it says sheer to medium coverage, and I just really love it. It definitely is water-based. It's very runny, but you know what? When it goes on, it covers, and I really like that. And it feels light when I'm wearing it. And it doesn't feel like I'm wearing makeup, you know? And it
doesn't feel sticky or gooey or yucky, and
it doesn't have a weird smell. So I give this honestly like a 4.5, because to me it really wears well. This one is really great. So Morphe 2.
Oh my gosh, my nails are like actually like just breaking on screen.
But it's the Morphe 2. There you go. Hint Skin Tint. And last but not least is
my shocker. Like, it is a shocker to me. I'm shocked.
I'm shocked.
And all I can say is I am shook, shocked, and shaken. Okay?
That is how I feel. I broke my bronzer. I dropped it on the ground. We were at Walgreens, and I was like, don't let me forget to get some bronzer. You know, I'll just get some bronzer at Walgreens. Who cares? Bronzer is bronzer. And we were walking around. And just, you know, I haven't seen Wet n Wild in so long, and everything in Walgreens has elevated. So you can walk into any type of drugstore or go to Ulta and you can find like CoverGirl, Maybelline, all these brands have like upped to their game, and they are like competing with, you know, brands that are more mainstream, trendy, whatever. So I look,
and there, for some reason, I was like, I should try a Wet n Wild foundation. Now listen to what I'm saying. What?
okay, maybe Wet n Wild like eyeliner, maybe Wet n Wild nail polish. That was as far as I ever went.
A foundation? Like, we're talking the foundation of my face. Okay?
Wet n Wild. You guys, I am shook. It was $9. Here it is. It's called Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation Dewy. It should just be called D.an.I. Got it in light warm. It is the most, listen, I wear the Clinique powder. I have the box. I wear this powder by Clinique. I don't know if you can see it. Clinique blended face powder. This stuff is so stupidly amazing. If you haven't tried it, go get some. It's so good. Like, but this mixed with that, my skin like feels, you guys, like this, there's nothing I can do about my lines, but it doesn't even feel like I'm wearing powder, and it gives me this radiant look. Like, this isn't the lighting. My face like looks like this in person right now. It's so nice, and it doesn't feel sticky. It doesn't feel like I'm wearing tons and tons of stuff, and I'm wearing my skin regimen of moisturizers and product underneath my foundation. So it's not just foundation. So I can't say enough about this. And it is a little on the watery side, but I like that. It's buildable. And then you can just wipe it on with this little, like, whatever it is, a little spoon. It just shook. 5 stars. 5-star rating. Now it is sheer, okay? So if you have any imperfections, you might have to do a layer or two, but it is buildable. And, you know, if you use a concealer, anything like that, like, there's just not anything else I can say in this whole video. These are my top. I would say number 1, Wet n Wild, 5-star. I would say number 2, Hint Skin Tint. I would say number 3, the Morphe with the 30 SPF. Like, this would be my number 1 on a day that if I'm like going out and about, like in sunbathing or something and I need to wear makeup. And then number 4 would be the e.l.f. Everything else, just listen. Clinique, I guess I'll throw in as a 5th if you, I don't know why you would want to do that. So that is my review of my foundation journey. I want you guys to see this. Look at this. This is what we've dealt with, okay? All of these, this can be removed. That was for a different video. All of these right here, let's just line them up for y'all. Put them in the order. From beginning, number 1 to like no. This is it. This is it right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are all the ones I've tried for you guys. Yes, for my face, but I'm at home, y'all. Let's be real. I'm just doing this for you. But I really hope that this review, you know, was helpful. I know it's very informative and it's kind of like blah, 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 blah. But if you're looking for something, you know, you gotta get the info. So I really hope you had a great time hanging out with me. I love hanging out with you guys. Don't forget to click subscribe, ring the bell, send it to your friends, and please, please, please join me for the next one. Until next time, bye everybody.